What's first thing you'd do if zombie apocalypse start? Go to a distillery. You got the source of water. They're normally out of the way, at least here in the UK, and they tend to be a little bit fortified to deter burglars. On top of this, you have a way to make fuel, disinfectant, currency, and any post-apocalyptic warlords will want to keep you around. Once all the people who went to the supermarket on the first day and turned into zombies have wandered off, you've got a good base for raiding or trading. Board up the house. Already have solar panels and an indoor garden. Next step is to make clothes out of thick leather. The human jaw can't bite through it. After that, find more ammunition and make quiet weapons. Build a still so I can distill spirits from leftover fermented food scraps. That way I have heating cooking fuel. Raid the library and hardware stores for information and tools. A bionag would be great to have in this situation to actually let the world fall and use multiple aid of chain link fences to protect home while stabbing zombies that come too close to fence. Also build zombie body capitalist to throw zombies out to an area away from my drinking water and food, preferably to an enemy encampment. I'd used a cinder block brick wall to keep zombie hordes away from my home, an inner line to prevent being overrun assuming not strong and fast zombies. I will avoid the malls and stay in my house. I'll try my luck and maybe find edibles, then lock myself in my house and wait for a month or two for the zombies to completely decompose. I live in a tropical country in the equator, so zombies have no chance of prospering due to the heat of the sun and our climate. If we're sticking to the standard destroying the brain kills the zombie rules, I would already have on hand thousands of rounds of .22 caliber ammunition and multiple guns to fire them. The rounds are so small you can carry tons of them in a backpack and eat microwave popcorn while you shoot. Almost nothing. Living in South Africa, most of us have implemented so much security against criminals that zombies wouldn't get in. Power. Solar. Because we have no electricity most of the time. Borehole for water, sea above, food. I'm sure I still have leftovers from the pandemic. I work in pharmacy, so I'd raid the necessities. When I have students, I have an assignment along these lines. A zombie apocalypse just start while you're in the pharmacy. You only have time to grab 5 drugs before you go. Tell me what those drugs are and justify your reasoning. Probably give up. I've got terrible knees and can't run, and a lasting cough post-COVID that will always alert anything of my location, unless I can quickly gather my seed stash and stuff my quail into a box to head out to the middle of nowhere. I won't make it far. Rechargeable batteries, a drone with a good camera and the small solar panel generator. When there is something I learned watching the Ukraine war, then area scanning seems pretty useful. If you know where the dangers are, you have a pretty good survival chance. Either immediately go find one to end it, because I don't have the endurance for this kind of lifestyle, or hopefully living near some skilled, organized people from the start to join, which probably just means temporarily delayed death. Call your trusted friends the archer, hunter, samurai, guns nut, gardener, survivalist. Go to your cousin's farm away from the city, where you stash thousands of rounds of ammo and a few weapons and establish a community. He zombie type. World War Z zombies or 28 days later I'd just off my self-course sod there. TBF I'd probably do it anyway as I have a deviated septum, so I'd be like a dinner bell and would risk other people. In a fun world, looking for an oil rig, or one of those old fortresses on legs in the middle of the Inglai Channel. After that, the biggest boat I can find. Realistically, have a party and overdose myself to death. Honestly, off myself, which is also applicable to any apocalypse scenario. I don't want to survive an actual downfall of the human civilization. I've already seen enough during the last 3 years. Screw that. Grab my crossbow and machete, gear up in my motorbike leathers helmet, and raid the shops for as much canned food as possible. Contact the guys and formulate a plan to establish a safe house, so to speak. Yeah, 100 kilometers Lmao, I ain't fit for living in a world without a comfy bed, good food, and hot showers. Not joking. Take those away for life and I'm done. Only things worth sticking around for, haha. Be like, well fuck. I sure talked and debated about this very thing a whole frack of a lot, but in reality, I've done shit all to prepare ... because that would be crazy, right? Right. At the beginning of most zombie films there is already a horde of zombies. My mentality is if you had COVID you would also be a zombie. So in a Z-apocalypse, I'm coming for your brains. Find a bicycle because cars are inevitably going to run out of gas. Seriously, why are there never roving bike gangs in apocalypse movies? And why are women always still shaving? Gather a lot of water. Break down my balcony deck to prevent zombies getting to the second floor. Ensure enough dry or canned goods available. Barricade for a couple weeks. Raid the local hospital for brains. Bag 'em up. Head into town. Hand them out to female zombies like candy. Then cash in and get me some of that sweet, sweet undead pussy. First order of business, get a treadmill. Put it outside my front door as a zombie deterrent. Let's see them try to catch me while they're getting in their cardio. Go to the music store to get guitar strings because playing music is the only skill I have to exchange for food and shelter in the post-first contact world. Wear my leather jacket and gloves. Nobody can bite through real leather. And my sturdy rip-free work pants and my bike helmet ... Yes, it's gonna be hot but safe. First step, get out of the city. Figure out other things later. But most likely I will be the one in the crowd doing the whole need to eat brains thing. Build a community around the edge of a strip mine quarry with sloping paths that lead to the shear. Drop tons of equipment, resources and soil for farming. Raid a hospital and or pharmacy chemist for medical supplies. If the zombies won't kill you, then easily treatable diseases and infections definitely will. Take lead and share all my knowledge about it to my family, so they don't act dumb. I mean, I have thought about it for long. Now is the time I become a hero. Drive a 100 kilometers to my crush's place to tell her how much I love her. Then take her out for dinner where I will eat her. I was infected while traveling. I have bookmarked this post, so the first thing I will do is come back here to see what other people answered. And if there are any helpful tips. I'm really confident that zombies wouldn't create an apocalypse, so probably just keep an eye on what's happening and carry on with normal life. Go to the top of Uluru. No way Aussie zombies can be asked to climb all the way up there. Come to think of it, I can't either. Guess I'm dead. Be happy that something's finally happening, then I'd move to the swamp and live off the water and hope the gators can fend off the zombies. Pretty sure 80% of the population would start shopping for the toilet paper. Source: experienced a pandemic myself a couple of years ago. The classic fight until you die. I can't stand it here. So letting my anger out on some zombies and then dying sounds really good. I live relatively close to where the OG Walking Dead was filmed. I feel like a lot of folks would come there and we'd figure it out. Getting the plywood out of the garage, boarding up the windows, and get ready, hunker down and live my dream. Yeehaw. Judging by how people handled the pandemic, I'd go to stores as usual and berate the employees for not being fully operational. If a zombie apocalypse happens in Malta, everyone here is fucking doomed unless the survivors move to Camino and hold out there. Hook up with Mila Jovovich, since everybody knows she is the only thing you need to get through any zombie apocalypse. Get a helmet as hard as they come, so that when I'm bitten and turned into a zombie they won't headshot me that easily. Sadly, I would try to steal as much food as I can from anywhere or anyone. Every man for himself if that ever happens. Clearly, build a tall wall around the community and start a bunch of gardens if The Walking Dead taught us anything. Find stronger people to protect me. I'm 5 feet 2,100 pounds. I don't have much hope without help in an apocalyptic world. Get vaccinated and wear a mask at all times. Oh, and to meet a social distance. Wash hands 50 times a day. Find the cutest one and make friends. She can be my ambassador. Why am I the only one who ever suggests this? Go to a dive shop, get one of those chainmail suits. If sharks can't bite through it, neither can zombies. Move into the nearest castle. Moat, drawbridge, high walls, easy to defend against a superior force. Close the door, fill the bathtub with water, study the zombie survival guide and start making a plan. Go to the gun store and get whatever I can get my hands on. or call up for some gobblegum. Well, as the pandemic of COVID is anything to go by, most would just carry on as normal. Get my gun and find someone who has been preparing for an apocalypse without any weapons. I have no will to live if that happen. What's with all the people in horror movies? Probably die because I have no skills that will help me, anyone else in that situation. Get used to eating like this, I guess. Stay in my house and eat the food whilst the zombies slowly fall apart from exposure. Go to the Winchester. Have a nice cold pint. And wait for this thing to blow over. Go to my parents' house where they have the means to survive for a decent while. Get bitten and join the undead horde. I ain't got time to struggle to survive. Be part of the herd. Kiss a random woman and then so long rest of the world. Find my best zombie Halloween costume and hope I can blend in unnoticed. Raid pharmacies and move to a remote farm with fewer zombies in the region. I'd buy all the cigarettes I could and also tons of sugar to make booze. Grab supplies, secure shelter and find my crew. Survival mode activated. Buy a semi-automatic shotgun and as many shotgun shells as I could carry. Find a gun and blow my brains out. Like hell I'm dealing with that shit. Probably shoot myself. No post-apocalyptic hellscape for me, thank you. Very first thing, knee-high leather boots, elbow-length leather gloves. Been wondering, will I become zombie if I have a fling with a zombie? See if all the hours I put in watching zombie survival videos pay off. Probably. Try to ignore it. This can't be real is a strong mantra.